Hey everybody, it's Mike, aka That Reseller Guy. It is Monday morning and that means we have a weekend full of sales to get shipped out today. It was an alright weekend. I mean, it wasn't as good as last weekend. Last weekend I did like 2,000 combined between eBay and Amazon. This weekend it was more like 600 and some dollars, pushing a little shy of 7. So not as good, but hey, I'm not going to complain about taking in $700 over 3 days. So let's go over the sales, both eBay and Amazon. I will do Amazon first. There was less sales on there, a total of 4 for $162.96. 2 of them FBA, 2 of them I'm going to ship, MF for merchant fulfilled. Now, the 2 that went out FBA, it was a game called Skunk. This was in my Amazon FBA inventory. I originally had it at like $30. It hadn't sold in a couple months. I lowered the price down to $19.99 and it sold. So $19.99 shipped for this. Next is a 4-pack of VHS tapes. These are TDK brand. VHS prices have been falling a little bit unless you get some of the nicer tapes or harder to find ones. This pack of 4 sold for $22.99 shipped. Now the 2 items I have to ship right here. First one is this fake news or not game. I just picked this up last week. There were none on Amazon. They were selling for like $22. Since there was none on Amazon, I priced mine higher and I got $29.99 plus $5 in change for shipping. Next is this Big Daddy. This is a Black & Decker automatic jar opener. These are really good. They make 2 different models. I think this one's the 200 and they make like a 400, which is more expensive. This I randomly picked up at a Goodwill. I wasn't even going to go out thrifting that day. I had a few spare minutes. I stopped in one store and this was up hiding on a top shelf. You could barely see it. Picked it up for $9 and it ended up selling for $89.99 plus a little bit for shipping. This is a big box, so it's going to be shipped out FedEx. Probably weighs like 3, actually no, this probably weighs like 5 or 6 pounds. Packed is going to be about 7. Need to protect this really good. So yeah, these do even sell used for a decent amount. I mean, you might be able to get 20, 30 bucks, maybe a little more for the more expensive model, but keep an eye out for these. These are good money. Now also over the weekend on Amazon, I did have one return. It was the only return I had between eBay and Amazon for the entire month. So 1 return a month, I'm very happy with that. Unfortunately, it was a high dollar item. It was one of the Honeywell thermostats that I've been selling. It sold for $169.99, so yeah, that got returned back to Amazon. So I sold $162, but I had a $169 return, so really for the weekend I actually lost a few dollars on Amazon. Now I'm gonna have to recall that thermostat to make sure that the box wasn't open or there's not any parts missing from it. As long as it's complete, then I can still resell it and still end up making that $170 back on that sale. Now also with that thermostat, I'm gonna put up an image here. I think it's 4 of them that are pending payment, which means Amazon must give certain buyers terms, like they must get like 30-day terms, because these are sitting in a open invoice status, which means they've already shipped the product out to that customer. They're just waiting for that customer to pay. And if you look at the dates on these, I'm going to be waiting almost a month before I get my money from Amazon for these. So it's one of those things you got to think about. If you're selling Amazon FBA, it could be a while before you get your money back. It's not guaranteed that you're going to get it within the next couple weeks. There are times when there's going to be an open invoice and it's going to take you 30 days or more before you get your money. Now, before I get into eBay sales, I want to address the giveaway for this little Nintendo Mario Cement Factory. It has not been claimed yet by Don the Bargain Hunter. So Don, if you're watching, please contact me either through my email down below or Instagram, and we can arrange delivery of this to you. If I don't hear from you in the next week, I'm going to do a new drawing. So stay tuned for that. Hopefully Don will claim this. Otherwise, we might be doing another drawing. All right, now let's get into the eBay sales. eBay was fairly decent. I mean, I sold 15 items for $503.21. That's right around a $33.50 average, which is below the target that I'm going for. I'm going for over 40 this year. I'd love to hit that 50 mark average, but I'm going to guess that I'm going to be somewhere between $40 and $50 this year, at least let's hope so. Now, how can I do that? Sell better items. That's easier said than done sometimes, but sell items that are $50 and up. I do have a lot of sales that bring that average down. You know, I sell Fiesta Bowl patches. They sell for like $5. There's other things that are cheaper, like this first item. First item is just these 2 Lego minifigures. I just have them bagged up, ready to go. You can see here, I sold these for $9.99 shipped. Now to ship these, it's going to be really easy. I'm just going to put them inside this padded mailer, and it's going to ship out for like $3 and change. Next up is this pair of Skechers Shape-Up shoes. These are women's size 8, the black version. I don't pick up a lot of shoes anymore. I do pick up Skechers Shape-Ups if they're in really nice condition. This pair was, if you can see by the bottom there, there's hardly any wear on these. These are in as good a condition as you could possibly find them without tags on them. But they just weren't selling. I don't know if it's because they were black and the black color isn't quite as desirable for Shape-Ups. So I put a 20% off sale on a lot of clothes and shoes. They ended up selling. Got $28.79 shipped for the pair of these. Now, to send these out, I'm going to use one of these shoe boxes here from USPS. Just kind of put them like that. Drop them inside. Now, there is still some room in there, so what I'll do is I'll cut the box down, make it a little smaller. Maybe I can get a cubic rate on this. This next item sold also via 20% off sale. It was one of the clothing items. I don't sell a lot of clothing. Usually when I do, it's sports jerseys or sports related. I will pick up something if it's unique and goes for a lot, but I don't go out there hunting through all the clothes every day. This is a minor league hockey jersey for the Arizona Sundogs. Now, this would have sold for more or easier if it was a better size. This one is I believe it's a medium. Yes, it's a medium. But it's a nice quality jersey. It is actually being shipped up to Canada, so it sold 20% off at $23.99 plus extra shipping up to Canada. So to ship this off, I'm just going to use one of these eBay poly mailers. It'll slide inside, protect it from moisture, and it's a jersey. It's not really going to get damaged. It's not super expensive, so I don't mind sending something off in a poly mailer, even though it is going international up to Canada. Next item is this pair of Adventure Time Card Wars card games. Now, if you don't know what Adventure Time is, that means you don't have young kids, but my daughter really likes Adventure Time. I thought maybe we would play the card game, but they sold before we could play it, so we lose out, the buyer wins. I paid $1 a piece for these 2 sets, and it sold for $19.99 plus another $4.99 shipping. Now, I should be able to get these into a padded flat rate mailer. I'll have to put some cardboard around it to protect them from getting beat up in shipment, but it's going to cost me $7 and change to send these out. Next sale is this Sega Genesis game. It is called The Great Circus Mystery, featuring Mickey and Minnie Mouse. Now, you can see on this one, this was a Blockbuster rental in the past, and it doesn't have a manual. I just disclosed all that information, priced it less than what nice clean ones would sell for, and a little bit higher than what cartridge only ones sold for, and I ended up getting $14.99 shipped. For video games like this, I like these 9x6x2 boxes. They make a couple different versions. This one is actually more expensive, but I got a bunch of these for free. These fold up nice. They're nice and rigid, so if you're sending an expensive game, these hold up well. Staples sells a version that's not quite as nice. They fold up like this to where the game does fit in there. But these are a little flimsier than the white ones, but they're also cheaper, so I will use this to send out cheaper games and these for the more expensive ones. I did have quite a few sports card sales this weekend. This was one of them. This is a complete set from 2003. It's a Fleer Avant baseball card set. There's only 65 cards in the set, but they're pretty cool. They're very colorful cards, but not real valuable just for this little base set. It sold for $9.99 plus another $4.99 shipping. Now for card sets, I use one of these. These are card boxes. These will run you anywhere from 50 cents to $1 a piece, just depending on the quantities that you buy them in and the size of the boxes. These come in quite a few sizes, anything from a little bit smaller than this all the way up to, twice the size. So this is a little bigger than what I need, but it just happens to be the smallest size that I have right now. I will put some packing in here, keep the card nice and safe. It's going to be under £1, so it will still ship out first class for $4 and change. Just picked this item up like a week ago. It was part of a storage locker auction that I went to. This was in a box along with a few other smaller things. I didn't pay a whole lot for it, so it ended up selling for $9.99 shipped. This is a Blu-ray, brand new and sealed Blu-ray. And for items like this, I just put them in these padded mailers. Just drop it inside. You fold it over, tape it up, ships out for $3 and change. All right, this next item's a little interesting because you probably wouldn't think that you could sell an empty box of cards. That's what this is. There's no cards in this box, but if this box were full, it would be hundreds of dollars. So a lot of people collect the empty boxes. Now, what is a little unique about this is I actually have all the wrappers inside from the card packs. Yes, some people collect the wrappers as well. This is from 1988-89 Fleer basketball. Most notable about this set, it is Michael Jordan's third year card. So that card alone sells for, I think, $25 for just raw ungraded. PSA 9 sell for about $100. So that's why this box is a little bit valuable. I ended up getting $19.99 plus another $5 for shipping. And for this, it's going to be really easy. I have one of these eBay boxes. This is the 8x6x4. It fits perfectly in that box. Just put a little packing on top, and it's going to ship out first class for about $4. Next item is more sports cards. This is a 2008 Allen & Ginter box of cards. It has 24 packs. It's still factory sealed, but it's a little dented on this side. So when I listed this, I had to price it a little cheaper than what boxes that aren't dented go for, which they go for $125 up to maybe $140. So I priced this at $99.99 plus another $9.99 shipping, and actually it sold pretty quick. Now this box is a little bigger than a lot of the others, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to ship this up. I might just send it in like a flat rate A box, depending on where it's going. Either way, it's going to cost me anywhere from like $8 and change up to just over $10 to ship this out. Up next is some SpongeBob toys. I just have them in this box because that's just how I had them saved away out on the shelf. It's not too full. There's a fair amount of space in there. This was just a bunch of random SpongeBob items that I found at a thrift store. They were in a hanging bag. I think there were 2 bags that were like $3 or $4 a piece. I sold some other SpongeBob items separately. These I just all lotted up together because it was a lot of just different little things. I could have sold these for $3 to, maybe $7 or $8 a piece at the most. I figured the easiest thing was just to lot them up, sell them as one big lot. And it ended up going for $24.99 plus another $9.99 shipping. I might use this flat rate A box. It's to be determined. Next up is this Mickey Mantle hat. Now, this hat was for, says 500 Home Run Club. I could find very little information about this hat. There were no others on eBay. Google searches didn't come up with anything. So it was a really cool hat. It is a vintage, I don't know if that's pronounced Nissan or Nissan, however they do it. But this hat is beat up. It has a tear on the brim right there. You can see it's dented and folded, and look how dirty it is. I disclosed all that, and the only reason that I kept this and sold it just because I thought it was really neat. It's Mickey Mantle from the Yankees. His stuff sells well. Mickey Mantle, just about anything sells. He's one of the highest collected players out there. Now, I was shooting for like $30 when I first found this hat. I only paid $1 for it. In the end, I had it in inventory probably over a year. It finally sold for $15.99 shipped. And for this, same as the others, we'll protect this with a little poly bag, and then it will fit into this box 8x6x4. I sold an autographed football card of Ted Hendricks from the Raiders. Sports cards are nice and easy because I just get these little rigid mailers. They actually call these CD mailers. They are a little bit flimsy, but as long as it's in this card holder, put it in here along with an invoice. I've had no problem shipping cards this way. I have shipped thousands of cards in these rigid mailers. This card sold for $14.99 free shipping. The next item is this knee brace. This is a Breg T-Scope knee brace. It's an adjustable brace for people that have had like knee surgery or just knee problems in general. It bends. You can change the amount of flexion. It's a really high-tech brace. I actually thought when I bought this that I had a pair of two of them, but there's only one here. I think I paid $6 for this, and it ended up selling for $29.99 shipped. So I'm not really making much money on this. This I'm just going to have to kind of Frankenbox just the way it is. I'll just get a big box and kind of pin it between two pieces of cardboard and tape those together. And it's going to have to go priority just because of the weight. Probably going to end up costing me $10 to $12 to ship out. All right, I'm down to the last item. Before I go over it, I'd like to say thank you to all of you for watching. I appreciate new subscribers that have been coming in and the continuing subscribers that keep coming back for more. Thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and let's go over the last item. Now, these are 1989 Fleer baseball boxes, brand new, just came out of a sealed case. Now, for a while, these boxes weren't selling for a whole lot. They might have been selling for, maybe $5 to $10 a piece. But over the last year, prices of a lot of boxes of cards have gone up, these being one of them. The most of note, the cards of note in these boxes are Ken Griffey Jr. His rookie card could be in one of these packs. For those of you that are into sports cards, you might know 1989 Fleer was known for the 1989 Billy Ripken. They call it the FF card because there was an expletive written on the bottom of his bat knob. But they ended up making corrections to that card and putting a black box over those cuss words. It was a big deal at the time. Those cards were selling for a lot. So for these boxes, I actually had two sales of these. So I sold this lot and this one back here, and I got $49.99 per lot. So $49.99 shipped for these, $49.99 shipped for these. Now, these aren't heavy. Just due to size, they're not going to fit into a flat rate box. So it's going to cost me, depending on where they're going, $10, $12 in that range to ship out. All right. Thanks, everybody, for watching. If you're running out of videos to watch, waiting for new ones to come out, go back and watch some of my old ones. I got like 50 of them out there. Some of them are pretty good. See you next time.